Well, good day, folks. Nick McGinnis here, habitat biologist with the Salmon Association. We're on site of a armor rocking project on the South River in Antigonish County. And the purpose of this project, we're in the lower reaches of the South River, the head of the tidal influence on the river. And there was a historic salmon pool here, still exists, but unfortunately due to erosion upstream and some lateral channel migration here, a lot of this pool is filled in and it's no longer as deep and therefore not as beneficial to migrating Atlantic salmon. And this is critically important, especially in years where you have lower than average flow in the fall. These Atlantic salmon, very capable swimmers, but they still need what's called staging pools in order to migrate upstream through a freshwater system. So what we're doing here today, we're rocking a bank, and we're using heavy equipment, an excavator. Dump trucks are bringing in the rock, which we got from a quarry. And the idea here is we're going to shape this bank that we're rocking so that it has 2 or 3 deflectors or kickers, which as the water hits the bank, it bounces off, it kind of spirals down and creates a digging motion. So we're hoping that after a few big storms, some high water events, this project is going to result in the deepening of this pool and reestablishing a very important staging ground on the lower South River. So let's just have a look at some of the rock that we're placing and see the machine in action. You can see downstream by that tree, big gouge out of the bank. What was happening was the water was getting in behind this bank in high flows, and a lot of ice was getting jammed up. So what we did here is we built a nice armored bank outside of the general average flow height. This is up in the floodwater section. And what we're trying to do here is we're going to have, in the spring, melt up, big ice flows coming down. And instead of getting up over in behind this bank, it's actually going to hit this rock and it should fetch up on this deflector. And then also we have, this is the point of the deflector, and where my feet are right now is probably where you're going to see the top level of your flow during late October when the salmon are migrating. So this will all be underwater, it'll hit this deflector, scour out below it, and it should actually, if you can see downstream below, there's that riffle is formed by bedrock. What we'd like to do is scour out some of this pool material and have it deposit on the bedrock, which will lift what we call the tail end control, which will increase the height of the water, the top level of the water. So we're getting depth in this pool by increasing the top level of the water and also the bottom level of the water. And I've angled a few salmon in this pool in the past, and it's just at the head of tide, a very important pool and a worthy project to get finished.